Welcome back to the Giant Rugby League Show. Episode, what we on today? Episode 7, I believe. Yeah, episode 7. Obviously, another tough week for the Giants now. 3 rounds in, 3 tough results. What we'll do, we'll review round 3, and then we'll look at our Super League predictions. So yeah, Nathan, welcome back. How are we doing?
Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, good, thank you.
Good. So we'll obviously review the Giants game to start off away at Cass on Friday night.
Yeah.
I'll let you start on that one.
I've had a start. For me, the key thing that came out of that game more than anything is Robbo came off the pitch and said it was rubbish.
Yeah.
And I think for a head coach to come out and say that, it's quite telling. But the reason for me why it's rubbish is the lack of discipline.
Yeah.
We're saying we're getting beat up in them early stages and we're conceding points, but it's all on the back of our own doing.
Yeah.
We're not completing ball in hand in them early stages. We're giving away 6 agains. And yeah, they are going to get momentum and build on top of you. It's not like we're trying to play and we're losing the ball. It's just pure indiscipline and errors that you can't account for just happening continuously.
It's a lot of 6 agains in that. And from, especially kind of this weekend, I pretty much watched most games this weekend and most minutes of every game. We seem to be the only side that's struggling with this 6 again as well. I mean, most other teams, they're not having this 20-minute period where it just feels like you've never got ball in hand. Yeah. Whereas we kind of looked on Friday night, every time you kind of, every other minute, we just didn't have the ball, did we? That first 20, 25 minutes, we didn't have the ball, and then you are absolutely killing yourselves because you can never get that pressure going forward because your players are knackered.
Yeah, and I think for me as well, is it's not just the start of games. We had chances where we were in the second half where we'd scored some points, and then it's like we reverted back to our old ways. It's just we're bobbing for me. Been in and out of games for 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, and that ain't good enough to compete. Not at this level.
Kind of, we got so close because of the last 25 minutes.
Yeah.
The first 55 minutes, we were nowhere near it.
No, poor. And that's the thing, you can't just pop in. And I mean, Flanagan, I think, scored 4 tries in 3 games. All has obviously been doing well. There's been the odd bits of good work by the team. Burgess has done a lot better this season, but unfortunately,
the work's individual.
We're not there for each other as a team. There's gaps in the line. We don't look fluent in attack. Flanagan's try, individual bit of brilliance breaking through.
Yeah, because like I stated to you when we were out walking on Saturday, kind of one thing I've noticed as well, which does kill us, like the Flanagan try. It's come from genius because we've got the ball 20 meters out. Russell's keep the ball, and it's only gone to their 10. So you're not really applying any pressure there. And the tries come from, I think it might have been Househall that got up, and he just tipped it back to just try and get the ball to kick it again. And then Flanagan's picked it up, and it's a bit of genius. But stuff like that, you're not putting any pressure on. Like if they'd have got the ball there, they're 10, 15 meters, they're starting their set 6. You're watching teams that are in that top 8 bracket. When they're kicking the ball from 20 meters out, it's within their 5 meter zone. So if they do win the ball, they're locked in that corner and they're getting out from there.
There's also a bit more of a challenge for it, isn't there, when it's up there? Do you know what I mean? So I just think I don't want to be proper negative. Look, it's a shocking performance, and we have got players out, but we've got Hull KR this weekend.
Next 2 weekends.
So next 2 weekends on the bounce, who are going to be hurting. After that display for them in obviously going over to the US, having just beaten the Broncos, and putting that on in front of the rest of the NRL teams, I'm going to be honest here, I'm a little bit worried.
Yeah.
For what's going to come. So hopefully we regroup this week, we get in, we pull them together.
We have to.
I'm not predicting us to go out and beat Hull KR, but what I want to see is a performance where we're putting it in.
And
you come off the pitch and you say, do you know what, lads? You're playing a team that won the league last year. They've been hurt, they've come back, they've played well, but at the end of the day, put in performance for us, please. That's all we ask for, is that for 80 minutes, we're there or thereabouts, and we're not giving silly penalties away. Because how much easier will they feel if they're not giving the penalties away than not doing the repeat set of six? Because there's a reason we're dying off games and not feeling good. I mean, Catalan, the weather conditions, we can't have an excuse every week. Oh, it's just this, it's just that. We're staring down the barrel now. We've been a good few games in without a win.
Yeah, and obviously, kind of during pre-season when players were at media days and stuff like that, kind of a lot of the players were saying one of the main signings that the Giants had this year is a new strength and conditioning coach. Now, you can do as much strength and conditioning as much as you want. If you're defending for the first half an hour, if you're defending for 20, 22 minutes of that, it doesn't really matter how fit you are because your legs are gone, and you never that last 20 minutes of games, you never gonna have the legs to go and get those points.
No, so I think for me that's all I've got to say on it. Just hopefully, fingers crossed, it gets better in the coming weeks. We will get players back. But like Rob said when he came off, there's no one coming to save the day for these next 4 or 5 weeks. So let's just hope that the lads who are playing and who are selected just dig in, sort that discipline out, because that is one of the main things. It's not just 6 again we're giving penalties away, we're getting moved up the field as well. We're not
completing sets, we're dropping the ball, it's stuff like that, isn't it?
Yeah, like the kicking as well has been poor. Like one thing when you're on the back foot, why don't we kick? I don't think we've had 140-20 this year.
No.
I don't think we've even been remotely close. We think, oh, that could go, and someone's got there and saved it. That's what we need. When you're in a bit of pressure, like you look at Leeds or Hull KR or Wigan or something like that, and they're on the back foot in a big game, you know that Mikey Lewis, Jake Connor, Harry Smith have all got these qualities where they'll pop out and when they'll just relieve that pressure. Yeah. No, that's what we need. That we need people to step up, use the red, and think, right, can we get the ball? What can we do to get out of this cauldron that we're in at the minute?
Yeah, it's like we've said. Obviously, when you're watching it, we can sit there and know what's gonna happen in the next play, and if a fan's gonna know what's gonna happen, the opposition are definitely gonna know. So we need a bit more.
Creativity fly.
Exactly, from Tui and Russell. Obviously, Clem's not going back for a few more weeks, so. Those two guys need to, this weekend, I just want to see those two guys step up and go, right, give me the ball, let me do something. Because I think that's really what we need.
Yeah.
So we'll move on now to as review of round 3. We'll start with the first game of the weekend, but Wigan Warriors against Lee Leopards. What a performance that will buy Wigan.
Standard service resumed for them on there. Yeah. I think for me, I'm pretty sure from prediction show, I predicted Lee to drop off this year.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people were saying they were going to do well. I just thought that they were never going to live up to what they did last season, just because of how other teams around them are moving and getting better, and Saints probably weren't going to have a year as bad, and some other bits and bobs. But yeah, I mean, for Wigan to go there and put that performance on, I mean, for me, that's a 10 out of 10 performance. And how often in a season can you say that?
Yeah.
I mean, they've nilled them, which is tremendous for a team of Lee's attacking calibre to keep them to a 0.
Absolutely, yeah.
Phenomenal work from Wigan. And the big thing for me as well is they didn't let up. They didn't think...
The ruthless one.
Yeah, they kept that and they were like, we are going to get the points on and we're going to do it. It was so professional. So I don't have what else to say. It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Very professional.
Yeah, fantastic performance, and obviously we'll get on to it, but for Wigan to beat Lee 54-0 and not big performance at weekend is quite astonishing, really. Obviously, Cast Giants, we've kind of reviewed that one, so we'll move on now to another kind of, well, whether it's a surprise, I don't know now. York beating Hull FC 17-16. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, York obviously had that tough away trip to Leeds. Had some points put past them, and we said, didn't we? You know, there's a chance they could go one or two ways. It could either fall in and they lose the motivation and start to feel a bit sorry for themselves. But they didn't. They came back and they fought. They clung on to the victory. So for me, just showing why they should be in Super League. My biggest worry this year, and it's going to look stupid now because obviously we're one of the teams with Hull who haven't got a win on yet, is that I thought some of these teams coming up might not be competitive.
It looked like there was going to be a massive difference between like your top 10 and your bottom 4 kind of thing, didn't it?
Yeah, and they've come up and they've shown they can mix it, and I'm happy with it. So
yeah, and I think that's a big result for York too. to go away from home and get that win as well. They beat KR at home, didn't they? But to go away from home to Hull FC, I think that'll do them a lot of confidence
as well. Big second week on bounce as well from being away. So I know they're not 5 trips, are they? But no, it's still good work.
Yeah. Moving on now, Warrington beating Wakefield 27-12. Looks like Warrington are, obviously, going against my prediction. They look a good side this year, don't they?
What did I say when I predicted him to be outside 6? I said when I looked through their 13 when I was trying to do the fantasy team for the episode that we had with Connor.
Yeah.
On and I just thought their 1-13s, they've got some really good players up front. They've got speed as well. They've got some real speed. Matty Ashton, Fewless. No, I don't know. Kai Taylor-Ray. They've got some real speed, and they just look. Mate, my favourite player as well, by the way, he set up a try by jumping out on the half. Donny Walker. I'm literally believing his fan club. Like he is, I just think he's amazing. As a player, so good, reads the game so well. Whenever there's a chance, he just sniffs it out.
He's always scanning an end. Yeah. As soon as there's a gap, or as soon as there's like that winger's not gone back there, bang, I'm kicking that over there.
What he's struggled with as well in the last few seasons has been injuries, and you can tell that when he's not in the Warrington team, they're nowhere near as good. And that just shows what a player they've got on their hands there. So very good performance by them. Wakefield not showing their playoff credentials, I don't think. I mean, they scraped past us. We still beat us. They got 2 points.
We only really started playing the last 25 minutes again, didn't we?
Not got that quality that I thought they'd come out with. I mean, we're only 3 rounds in, so some teams might take a bit longer to gel, and there'll be lots of ups and downs throughout the season. But yeah, Wakefield not doing for me what they said they were going to do on the tin. What everyone were bigging them up and raving them, saying they could probably break into top 4. Not from what I've seen from what I've seen from them this year.
No.
A bit of a tongue twister there.
Yeah, definitely. And then St Helens 36-4 going over to Catalan. That's a big victory, isn't it?
I didn't predict it, to be honest, because Saints had just come off obviously losing to Warrington, and I guess this shows Warrington's strength again and their credentials this year, because they've gone over there and made it light work, haven't they?
Yeah, definitely.
Sting's playing so well as well.
Yeah, and then it's like Paul Rowley, he just got cards up his sleeve. I mean, Robertson's come on pitch. He's got man at match. Away at Catalan, then here your fullback. Like, he's unpredictable, but I think that probably why he's such a good coach, because he seems to be pretty good at picking his teams and getting the right players in right positions.
He obviously just knows where he wants people, doesn't he? He's probably not one to say, well, because you're fullback, you're good, mate. He obviously wants attributes. Say, for example, he might think, well, I want someone in the back who's going to be strong and going to get beat up, so I'll put McDonald there. It's a bit more of a physical presence. It might just be something like that we obviously we don't know. But like I say, Matt's
he knows exactly what he's doing. And then obviously, probably performance of the weekend over in the US. Obviously, Leeds absolutely battering Hull KR, which is always nice to see, if I'm being honest. But yeah, 58-6, huge win. I think there was some serious performance, like Mike Seaver. He looks like a real deal. He's so powerful, so strong. And I think one thing I noticed is when I can't remember who palmed off. I think he palmed off Gildart, I think it was. And he's just smiling at him as he's doing it. And I'm thinking, obviously they won everything last year, and you've got a winger smiling at you, just palming off. You think some side of him for waiting down that side when they're defending against him.
Yeah, look forward to seeing him down at the acoustic stadium. Yes, I mean, Leeds were class, weren't they? They've said his shoulders above, and I love Newman getting in there. Michael Lewis's favourite, absolutely.
We've given it to fans.
Yeah, I love it. What I said in last week's show is they could be hungover or look hungover, and that's exactly what it looked like on the pitch. I don't know if it the travel, the water taken out from them.
I think Mike Lewis has only just got out of that bar, I think.
Yeah.
After giving it big against.
It disappeared, didn't it? He were in Jake Connor's back pocket that game, to be honest. Yeah. So, I mean, and a bit of a personal battle for them two going on, and obviously Mikey Lewis has got the nod in the England shirt, but Jake Connor didn't do himself anyhow, putting his name in the hat for whoever.
Yeah, and obviously, like you alluded to when we spoke earlier, Leeds just seem to have that. They seem to know how to get that. We know Hull KR, Brad Arthur's really, he knows what he's doing there, doesn't he?
Yeah, he obviously has a style which Hull KR can't cope with.
They're all ball around, don't they?
Yeah.
They're happy to take risks.
Yeah, I mean, that Seaver, when he caught it from dropout, just went flying up.
I couldn't believe it. I genuinely couldn't believe it because he didn't even jump for ball. He just like landed in his hands.
It was just, yeah, it was so good. Such a good game. Good advert for, well, not probably the best advert for Rugby League, because obviously you want the games to be closer, but the fact that, you know, the Aussies will have been watching that and Hull KR have just done Brisbane and Leeds go and do that.
Everyone's a bit like, well, what's going on here?
Exactly. So, yeah, great game.
Yeah, and
It's a good start.
It's a good event. I like what they're doing, and it's obviously try to spread the game and make it interesting more further afield. So I do like what they try to do with that, and I do like the event. And I just thinking, my only concern is probably in 3 years' time. Obviously, once all big teams have been there, but how do we then go about it?
Oh, they're on about moving that all over, aren't they? And doing it sort of like once every 3 years in Vegas, maybe once in Dubai, once out in Japan. There are talks for like to change all that, because I think
It's more about I'm more saying about the team.
yeah, well, they just have to they'll just have to keep rotating the top 6 teams.
You do that, yeah. I think that's the way you've got to do it.
Unfortunately, you know, as supporting one of the teams that are lower in the league, you just got to appreciate it and stand back and just say, look, everyone would love to go, love to be there, but realistically, to support the game and the advert of the game, you need your Wiggins, Wolves. You know what I mean? Where they just take a massive, massive following with them, and it showed, didn't it, with all the Leeds fans behind the post singing.
Yeah, and I think probably what might be a good idea of it is, obviously you've got the Challenge Cup final well before the season ends, and maybe you could have those 2 finalists that get to the Challenge Cup final, then go in and play in this game. So he's then giving a bit more drive for players and for fans and for a club to go, right, if we get to the Challenge Cup final, we're going to then go to this game in the US or Dubai or whatever.
Yeah,
I think it just makes that Challenge Cup a little bit more appealing then. And chances are, the 2 teams that get to Challenge Cup final, you're probably going to have 2 big teams.
in thought. I don't know how it would work for, obviously, like, you know, not every fan, and we've got to remember it's a working cost sport, and could every fan get there? I mean, for the players, I mean, I'm sure they'd snap your hand off if you said, couldn't, you know, if you get this, you'll be in Dubai. It could be Paris. It could be Dublin. It could be anywhere. But I think if there were a little bit of travel involved for players and big day out, I think.
I just think that's probably a good way of doing it, rather than having to cherry pick sides out every year.
Yeah,
it's a bit more. Whoever gets to Challenge Cup final goes and plays this game. And obviously last game of the weekend, Bradford Bulls beating Toulouse at home. Really good result for Bradford. They look like they're going to pull some results out this year. They look a decent side.
Yeah, they've got a couple of injuries now. I'm just seeing the market for another forward out there. They're struggling a little bit of injuries, but getting the result done. Obviously for Toulouse, it were it's a first loss, isn't it, for them? So I mean, they'll just take that and move back. If any of the promoted teams, and you said to them, because they're all 4 points, aren't they?
Yeah,
they've all got 4 points. I think if you'd have said to them, you'll have played 3 rounds each, and all of them 4 points, you'd have snapped your hand off, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
So solid result, well done for Bradford again. Another good crowd, and
I think
they win it on pitch, aren't they?
I think when you look at Bradford, it's when I've watched them now a couple of times, they've not got any superstars, but they all just look like they're really in it for each other.
Yeah.
And obviously that's definitely going to get you results.
Wacker Blake's doing what I said.
It's a different player from Saints player.
I doubted him a little bit, so I was saying, you know, I doubted him, but then I put him in my dream team to make that work.
Yeah.
Obviously, you had to have one player from each team, but I thought last year, we were in the Championship and he was good, he bullied people, and I thought, well, is he going to do that again next year in Super League? And the try he scored last week were fantastic. He looked really well, so fair play to him.
So yeah, we'll move on to his prediction round now. Obviously, scores are level now, so yeah, all to play for. Just make sure we don't pick Catalan to win. Yeah, Thursday night now. Wakefield at home to Hull.
I'm gonna go Wakey, me. As much as what I've said, I think Hull have shown very, very little.
Yeah.
Their only win came against Bradford, first game of the season. They clung on. They've not shown anything since, have they? And they have
Lost World Prize.
lost Will Price. They're still missing, I think.
Liam Knight's gone as well.
Yeah. So for me, I think Wakey, I think they will settle into it, and they've looked good in spells of the game, and against someone who's not really,
Yeah.
not really performed. Yeah, I think I think they'll pick up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Wakey as well, just because kind of I think that both teams are probably on par with each other and probably going to finish around the same spot. But I just think Wakey at home, Thursday night game, there'll be a good crowd down there, and I think Darryl Powell, I think he won't Wakefield to put performance in this Thursday.
Yeah.
So yeah, both gone Wakey on that one. Friday night, York at home to Warrington, which I'm looking forward to watching. To be fair, because I think it's a bit more it's artificial in it, York. It's not.
Do you know what? I don't actually know.
Yeah, I think it's kind of one of those hybrid pitches where it's not complete grass. So yeah, I'm going to go Warrington on that because I think their backs with the speed they've got on a firm surface, they'll show up against York, I think.
Yeah, I'm same. Obviously, like I'm great result for York against Hull. I just think Warrington will have too much for them. Didn't like Leeds did.
Yeah, exactly. This fixtures now. Lee at home to Catalan. Where do you go there?
I don't even know because Lee have lost Bailey Hodgson.
Yeah.
And obviously they've got no arms from.
Well, I think I'm pretty sure I saw it on Twitter X, whatever you call it now, that Wigan have played 3 teams and the fullback of each team has injured their ACL or MCL in the first 3 rounds. You've got
Castleford lad did it.
Castleford lad did it. Obviously Bailey Hodgson did it. And who else did they play? Will Price. So yeah, I think which is it's freak that, isn't it? It's absolutely freak. If you're fullback at Catalan, you're making a little prayer on Friday night, I think. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to go Catalan. I don't know why. I like their half partnership. I like their halves.
Do you know what then? To make it interesting, I'll go Lee.
You only go Catalan, haven't you?
And I'll go Lee. What thinking about? I'm thinking they're at home. But Lamb I really rate Lamb as a coach. I proper rate him as a coach. And I just don't think he will let that team go down. They won't go down like that. And if they do, I'll take the out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I fancy him to shuffle it around and maybe get going.
Yeah. I think I like Catalan's half partnership, like we said, and I think after the last couple of weeks for them, and so we managed to pull it back slightly when the game was gone, and obviously I think they had 1 or 2 players in their 20, so the defence hasn't looked up to much at all. But I just think those 2 in halves can win you games.
Do you think Tompkins is under pressure there? Who do you reckon's under more pressure, Tompkins or Cartwright at Hull FC? Because Hull FC
I think Cartwright will probably be under more pressure to start getting some results now, because
they've spent so big.
They've pulled in some serious talent now, and it's kind of last year they were kind of playing with playoffs one. They were kind of there or thereabouts. So they've signed more players, and it's now gone. Well, now we need to be pushing on even further. Tompkins is obviously a new coach. He's a new head coach to the game. Last year was kind of his feeding himself in. Obviously, they've signed some players, but I don't think you can, on a young coach that's only just started his kind of coaching career as a head coach, I don't think you can kind of pull him out straight away. So I'd probably say Cartwright on that, just because obviously they need to improve one way they were last year.
Yeah.
So yeah. Toulouse against Wigan. Yeah, can't say anything else but a Wigan win on that.
Yeah, same. Be interesting to see how Wigan go. I think they win by a bit, but can they? I think there's something about them this year from their first 3 games that made me go to the back.
Yeah. Last year's hurt, hasn't it?
Yeah, last year they looked so lackluster in points. And I think even their grand final performance, it was a bit like, don't know, you were watching them, but it just like, there won't be that much happening and them scraping games.
Or sugar shows, like.
Yeah, they were just, and this year, credit to Matt P, they look like a team on a mission.
Yeah.
They look good. So I'm enjoying watching them. So yeah, I'll definitely be watching that. And
it is a good game to watch, to be fair. And then last one on Saturday, St Helens against Bradford.
Judging by Saints, here we go, lose this game now, like of old. Do you know what I mean? Because you back them now, won't you? And you go, oh, we've lost. Because like when they went to Warrington or something, I mean, I think we both backed them, didn't we, to do
Yeah.
And then they lost. I think.
And the Bradford going to 3 on bound. I don't know. I'm definitely going Saints on this. I just think Saints are too good of a team to be losing games like that at home. I don't think Colwell loses games like that at home. I just don't think it happens.
Well, we'll see if you're right, because I'm not going to go with Bradford, but I'm going to go with Saints as well. Like, this is the sort of game where Saints could lose last year. So, we'll see. And
then Sunday's fixtures now. Leeds Rhinos at home to Cass. I think Leeds win, but I don't think it's as big as I'd probably say if they'd had a normal fixture this weekend. I think obviously flying back from US, they'll have definitely had a few beers on that Saturday night, I think, over there.
We might not have stopped on Sunday morning, to be fair.
You're probably only getting a couple of days in before of training before the fixtures. Yeah, I'm going to go for a Leeds win, but I just don't think it's going to be an absolute run over of Cass. I don't think it'll be a run over, but I think Leeds win that.
Sam, I'll go with Leeds as well.
Yeah.
I don't really have much to add. Oh, one thing I will add to that was, I was talking to someone earlier, I don't know if you agree on this, but they've said, when Jake Connor plays as well as he is, he unleashes Brodie Croft. Because if you noticed how good Croft were in that game, how different he was. And I just thought it was quite an interesting take, that. If Connor's missing for games, is Croft as good as that? Just a point.
It's a partnership.
They understand each other, don't they? What makes each other tick?
100%, yeah, 100%. I think it's the same as kind of Litton and Lewis.
Yeah.
I think when one of them don't play, they're not as good, because I think Lewis gets more time on the ball, because on that 4th, 5th tackle, sides can't just rush straight out, because Litton's just probably just as good at kicking in play, especially coming out of dummy halves. I think them two play well together. I think you could probably say like French and Smith. That like if French is missing, Smith's nowhere near as effective. Well, you could probably say that about the whole within side.
Yeah.
So French.
Week, it's like shot fruit lad. I haven't seen that side to him in a while.
Yeah.
He looks like he's rejuvenated this year. Maybe him getting back to his best is another reason why Wigan are obviously looking as good, because it's all right having Bevan French obviously at one side, we know he can do anything out of anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously with Smith being that organiser, with him having his his confidence up and playing around, I thought they look good with him, to be fair.
Yeah, and then obviously final game of the weekend, Giants at home to Hull KR. I'll let you go now. You want to predict a Giants win, but you just can't see it, can you?
No.
You've got to be realistic as well.
Yeah. We want Giants to win. Obviously, every game, we want Giants to win, but we've got to be realistic. From them first 3 fixtures, I don't think any of them were unwinnable, unfortunately. No. And we're at the point where we've played them games now, and the run's going to get tougher, because we're going to start playing the teams that are going to be there or thereabouts end of year. So for me, you just got to look at it and go, Hull KR, they've got to come back from Vegas, but let me tell you now, they'll be a team that want to get back from Vegas, because the quality and the mentality of the players on that pitch, especially after last season, the winners, they don't want to be showing up like that.
No, I'll just say lost to York, bounced back against Broncos, didn't they? They turned up being absolutely battered by Leeds. They're gonna have a rocket up their arse, aren't they, after that game?
Peters will not accept that. There's no way they play. Clip this up because I want to be wrong here. I want to be all over social media and people laughing at me. But there's no way Hull KR at all play 3 Super League games and have 0 points on the board. No chance.
Too good a side out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'm going Hull KR's win as well. I mean, there's nothing more I want to be doing than sat down there on Sunday and proving myself wrong and watching the Giants win, because I'd absolutely love to see that. I think that'd be huge. That'd be huge for the club, huge for the fan base, huge for everybody involved with Giants if we can beat Hull KR. But I think main thing for me is I want to be able to walk out of there, result aside. I want to walk out of there and go, they've put 100% in there today. We've not been idiots and kind of given constant penalties away. We're not dropping the ball. We're consistent for 80 minutes. We're putting a performance no matter what the result is. And I'm telling you now, if we do that, fans are behind you. Fans are behind you. Fans get frustrated and fans on social media lose the rag and stuff like that because
we're
killing ourselves. We're killing ourselves, and I think that's the main thing, because the amount of tries this year I've watched and I've looked at it and I've gone, like, what are we doing? It's not what a try. It's like, what are we doing?
Do you know what as well? Like, they scored one where their forward just literally ran straight over Flanagan in front of the sticks. Flanagan shouldn't be defending that in front of the sticks.
No, shouldn't have been there.
Shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
His forward should have been there to muscle up against one there. I think it might have been Waller who scored for him.
Yeah.
And it's stuff like that. If you get beat because they've whipped it round you, like they've done some sort of play, they've cut through the slice through and you think, you know what, that was really good, you like, fair play. But that's not what's happening.
No.
It's the soft tackles,
jumping out of line,
leaving a gap, could drive a Arctic lorry through. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, let's just keep it together. Like I say, we're all behind the team. We want the team to do well. We don't want to be on social media moaning, crying, bitching, and all that.
Yeah.
We want to be down there cheering the points. And even if we lose, but we're in the game and you walk away. I mean, because that's one thing over the last few years we have done. We've been the wrong side of a couple of results, but I've gone, do you know what? We've tried them, and it's a mistake, or it's this or that that's cost us the points. Like, I think we played Hull FC at home last year, and actually it was a really, really close game. Hull FC just nicked it, but it was like, we did play well, so I was like, yeah, that's all right. But when we're playing like we did against Cass on Friday night, it's not good enough. The coach has said it's not good enough, so let's bounce back and respond this week.
Absolutely, yeah, and I think that's what fans want. Exactly that. There's not going to be many fans that saying that they're expecting Giants to win, so kind of there's nothing to lose there.
No.
Let's get a performance in. Let's look consistent for 80 minutes. The result is the result.
Yeah.
But as long as everybody can walk out of that ground and go, everyone in a Giant.
Please, we love the interaction on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Please give us a like, share, subscribe, whatever it is that you're doing. We're on Spotify for the show if you need us. Because we really, we love that side of it when people comment in. We love the views.
Yeah.
We love it when we get it wrong. We love it when we get it right. Just stick with us. Obviously, we're trying to build it. The messages coming through on the socials, and we really appreciate it. So, if you do appreciate what we're doing, drop us a message. We'll reply back to you.
Yeah, great. Well, that rounds up today's show. So, yeah, as it says, don't forget to like and subscribe, and fingers crossed for the Giants win this weekend. Cheers.